know, it's been a long while since I've done a video, and trust me, I have my reasons. I have my excuses, but I don't really consider them excuses. I'm gonna just say I have my reasons. I just been really busy trying to get things in order in my life, trying to come up with funding to keep my bills paid and get caught up with bills, because I had ran into a situation where I got behind on my bills because my son was in the hospital sick off and on for the last 4 months. And I've been having to take off work to go see about him, take off work to go be there for him, take off work to go talk to doctors and nurses and talk about his diet plan and talk about his regimens and all this stuff. And all these sick spells my son continued to have these last 4 months has been really draining. It has been a lot for him because he's been the one going through it, and it's been a lot for me to watch him go through it. And for any parent to see your child sick and to see your child in a life and death situation, it can really make you feel small. It can make you feel helpless. It can make you feel like you have no control. And you're really forced, if you are a spiritual person and you believe in God and you believe that Jesus is the Son of God, it'll really a situation such as this will force you to lean on God more than ever. So I've just been in prayer. I've been reading my Bible, seeking God more. I've been trying to, gain and hang on to strength to go through my son's illness. I went to go see my other children a few times for during the holidays. So now I'm just kind of working on my life, working on, trying to come up with a plan to get things in order, to accomplish a lot of goals I want to accomplish. I've even dabbled into some more poetry because I've been writing poetry for a while. Then I stopped because my son being sick. Just a lot of things stopped when my son got sick. But a lot of the things that I was planning on doing, I'm back in motion to working toward making that happen. I don't know if I told you guys in my other videos, but when I was younger, I'm 38 now. I will be 39 in a couple months. But when I was younger, when I was a teenager, and in my early 20s, I played the saxophone. I played an instrument. I used to sing in a choir as a kid. So I'm very, very much into music. Music has helped me heal and helped me get through the loss of my mother. Music was great therapy for me, and I'm going to go back into my music again. I'm going to dabble back into that. I'm trying to learn guitar. I want to take voice lessons. So those are the things I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be working on. Just doing things to make myself happy, finding myself again, getting back to me again, learning who I am again. And I know I can't pick up where I left off when I was 20 and 21 and 19 and 18 and things like that. When I was 17 and 16, I can't pick up where I left off when I was those ages, but I can definitely, get back to what was making me happy in my life early on, before I got married, before I had any children, before I became a mom, before I became a wife, before I sacrificed a lot of my time, which was 16 years, dedicating myself to being the wife and the mom that I was. Before I did that, I was a very naive, curious kid wanting to know about what was out there in the world, how my life was going to turn out. I had fell in love, and my first love and we didn't work out, and we got a child out of it, or at least I got a child out of it. Unfortunately, he didn't stick around to help me raise this kid, and he harmed my child. I think I said it in a previous video when I made the video that was dedicated to my estranged husband. I briefly spoke on what happened and what this dude did to my son. And to make a long story short, his head was not in the right place. He was immature. He was selfish. He was sloppy. He was and I don't know what was going on in his head at the time. I don't even know what was in that man's heart. But to harm your own child, you got to really be a sick person mentally. So, you know, 17 years later, 16 and a half years, 17 years later, my son is a young adult. He's coming into adulthood. I'm trying to teach him things that he needs to learn to be a man, and to be a responsible, abiding citizen. And I'm just trying to help my son find him some kind of life, help him find a career, help him find something that he's passionate about and that he could be successful with, just to help my son have a successful life. I want to do that for my other two children as well when they're of age. But yeah, like my first love and I, we didn't work out. We didn't end up becoming co-parents like I had hoped for after the breakup. We did not become a family like I had dreamed of. You know, everybody has their first love and everyone has their heart broken. You know what I mean? So I went through that experience. I lost my mother before that. I was put in foster care before that. I lost my grandmother, who was probably the closest person to me before my mother was. I lost her at age 3 and 4. I was either 3 or 4 when my grandmother passed away, and I lost her first. But I was too young to process my grandmother's death, so it didn't really affect me emotionally like my mother's death did. My mother's death took a dramatic emotional and psychological toll on me. I had to do a lot of intense therapy to get through that. And I'm never really over it, you know what I mean? I know I'm 38 years old now. That's, you know, my mother passed away almost 30 years ago. And I'm still not used to the fact that my mother's not here. I just cope with the fact that she's not here. You know, I learned how to live my life without my mom, and that's hard, you know. Having to be a mom to my children without my mother's advice, without my mother's help, without my mother's assistance, like that's hard. It was hard, and it is hard. Now all my siblings have is each other. Also, all we got is each other now, but we're living our own separate lives. We're sprawled out. You know, I'm in Texas. My sister and my brother is, and both of my brothers, they're in California. And then my siblings on my dad's side, same thing. You know, they're all in California as well. They're all living their own lives. Everyone's living their own life. So none of us are really like close knit. Unfortunately, like I wanted to have the kind of family setting where we were all close, but none of my siblings are close to me. None of them. Except for one. I do have one sibling that's actually close to me, but even him and I talk less and less now. And that's my youngest brother on my dad's side. But so family was never really like a big thing, close thing for me until ever since my grandmother passed away. When my grandmother was alive, the family was together. Everyone was close knit. Everyone was together. My granny was the glue that held the family together. And when she passed away, that part of my mother's family just withered away slowly but surely. My uncle, the oldest, he moved to New York. He didn't move to New York. He got sent away to New York. I'm not going to get into the details as to why. That's another video for another day. My stepdad, he got into a lot of trouble. He was always in and out of jail. And when I was just, my family was never really like, after my granny passed, my family was just never really like tight. You know, everybody just kind of broke apart after my grandmother passed away. So when I decided to develop my own family with my husband, I wanted to provide that type of setting and lifestyle for my children that I didn't have. I didn't have a family like that, So I tried to give what I didn't have to my children. And those 16 years that I put into my kids and my marriage, I feel like I sort of feel like it was done in vain, like I put all this effort and time and energy into trying to create this beautiful thing, but it turned out to not work out, or it turned out to blow up in my face once again. So my first love and I, we didn't work out. My husband and I, we did not work out. My second love. And will I fall in love again? Will I trust again? I don't know. Right now, I just feel like I don't know who to trust with my heart ever again. I've been through this twice now. I gave my heart to someone twice. I gave my heart to a man twice. I opened up myself to a man twice. And the first time, the dude dumped me and left me with a baby. The second time, the dude wasted all my time, and we got 2 beautiful children out of it, but he never really appreciated me. He took me for granted. He used me. He lied on me. He manipulated me. He threw mud on my name. He dragged my name through the mud. He turned people against me who I thought was family, who I actually trusted and I thought was family. It just turned real ugly, and it didn't have to be ugly, but it became real ugly. And do I have regret? I just regret trusting people who took my kindness for their weakness. I'm going to just say that. For both men that I allowed myself to be vulnerable to, I regret allowing my kindness to be their weakness. And that's what I regret. Will I ever trust again? Who knows? Only God knows that. And I'm a work in progress. Do I want to date again? Hell no. Do I want to be with anybody? Hell no, because I'm enjoying my peace of mind. I'm enjoying my peace and quiet. I'm enjoying loving myself again. I'm enjoying just doing what I want to do when I want to do it. I'm improving myself, my character, my life. And when you're with someone that you have to share your life with, there's no room for you. There's no room to work on you. There's no room to love on yourself. There's no room to improve you. You're constantly giving your time and your energy to somebody else when you should be giving your time and energy to yourself. And I learned that late in my life, unfortunately. I learned that lesson very late in life. And thank God I learned it now and not too late to where I'm too old. I'm still young. I still have full life left ahead of me. God is blessing me. God is turning things around for me. I just really, really want to get into my music and my poetry. I do not plan on profiting off of it. It's just a hobby that I want to do for myself. What do I want to do with my life? I'm still figuring that out, y'all. I don't know what I want to do yet. I just know I want to have a business and I want to grow it. The business I'm working on right now, I'm not going to get into it because that's not what this video is about, but I am working on building a business. I have a business that I'm trying to build. I have life insurance. I am life licensed to sell insurance. I have not really been focusing on selling insurance. I just kind of been focusing on having a regular job so I can pay my bills. And then when I rewrite out my new plans and goals, I will focus on my business. But until then, kind of just doing the basic thing. And my son getting sick recently has kind of forced me to go back to the 9 to 5. I didn't want to have to do that, but I got to get the bills paid somehow. So I don't know why my throat hurt. I feel strained while I'm talking. I just kind of relax my vocal cords a little bit. But yeah, that is everything. This video is about to be 15 minutes long, so I don't want to keep rambling on. But I decided to turn this camera on and give y'all an update on where I'm at, what am I doing, how am I doing, what am I juggling right now. The last, I want to say, 9 months of my life has been hell. The last 9 months of my life has been struggles, has been disappointment, fear. The worst things that could possibly happen has happened to me, has happened around me. And by God's grace, I got through all of it. I'm looking for bigger and better days in the year 2023. I pray for prosperity, blessings, success, peace, health, happiness. I want all those things in my life, and I pray that God gives me all of those things. And I have been working on having more faith in myself and stepping out on faith rather than doubting myself, because for so many years I used to doubt myself, and I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just going to step out on faith and just do it. Whatever comes to my mind, I'm just going to do it, make it happen. I would definitely like to travel more. Whatever floats my boat. If God blesses me financially to be able to take these trips, I'm going to take them. I have plans for my kids too, but right now I just want them to do better in school. Right now, their father and I are talking, and they're not doing the best that they could be doing right now in school. So I need my kids to focus more on school before I start rewarding them. They're growing up, they're teenagers and preteens, and they're going through all of these hormones and liking boys and liking girls. They're becoming, people, and it's just so amazing to see my youngest son, my youngest child. He's really coming into his own. He's a beautiful soul. I love him so much. He reminds me so much of myself spiritually. Like my youngest son, he's so me spiritually. He is so me. And my oldest son, he is so me character-wise. Like my oldest son literally has my character. My youngest son has my spirit. And my daughter has my stubbornness and my negative side. She has my attitude, my stubbornness. She don't have my personality though. My boys mirror more my personality than my daughter does. So those are the things that I can see in my children that came from me, and God has been blessing me to be able to see myself in my kids. And God is good. My children are growing. They're all healthy. My oldest son, I'm trying to get him back to health. He's headed in the direction of good health. God has blessed him so far to make as much progress as he's made so far. God is good. Things could be worse, especially all what has taken place so far, but things are getting better. Things are turning around. I'm so grateful. That's all. So I'm going to end the video here. I'm not going to go any further. I don't want to make it too long. It's already 18 minutes, but I love y'all. Peace and blessings.